Oh, I forgot.
Since tomorrow's Halloween,
trick or treat,
we'll
smell my
see
feet,
you on Monday
give
at
me
Christmas.
something good to eat. Yes.
I like yours better.
You want to do it together?
Yeah.
Trick or treat, smell my feet, give me something good to eat. If you don't, I don't care. I'll pull down your underwear.
I didn't even remember it. I'm Misty.
And I'm Ike.
For the next 15 minutes,
We're going to debate pop culture.
my background's in music.
My background's in film,
I know the topics beforehand.
and I don't.
We check the internet for the facts,
And ruin it with opinions.
from pop rocks in your lunchbox.
To Happy Meal toys and swatch clocks. Halloween, Halloween, Halloween.
Halloween.
Yay.
Hello, Jack.
Hello, Stephanie, Tanner.
It tells me that you've never actually seen The Nightmare Before Christmas.
I have. It's just been such a long time. And this thing squeezes my brain so hard.
It's true.
Sally.
Yes, thank you. Hi.
Sally.
Hi.
Because there's so many other things my brain wants to go to. Jack and Jill, Jack and Diane, Jack and Coke, Jack and Ginger.
But this morning when I sang to you the Blink-182 song where it says we could live like Jack and Sally if we want to.
Well, now I'll never forget it.
I sang it to you and you're still forgetting it.
What did you just say?
Nothing. You know you don't have to wear that all the time, right?
It's episode 70.
It's episode 70.
Yeah.
That's like every episode that we do, when you say it, I get more excited
Yeah.
when I hear it out loud. I'm like, 70?
I just have a question for all the haters.
Why ain't you watching yet?
No.
Oh, okay.
Which episode did you think we were going to stop at, bitch?
Right? That's a good question to
We ain't
ask.
never going to stop.
Ain't never gonna stop.
Well, I mean, at some point we're going to go
I mean, we are.
network with it and sell this show. Oh, for sale. One daily pop culture podcast.
yeah.
Slightly used.
Slightly used.
Gently.
Gently.
Slightly.
Hasn't been abused.
Shotgun slight.
Brr.
I'll be slightly and you can be gently.
That sounds about right.
Yeah. Or I could be daily and you could be nightly.
That sounds about right too.
Listen, it's Friday. The people have shit to do.
All right, let's do this.
Let's meow them.
All right. You ready?
I'm meowing.
Okay.
Yeah.
You gonna take that thing off while we're talking?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay. So today we're gonna ruin. We're gonna ruin really scary horror movies that are based on true stories.
Wait a minute. We just talked about movies yesterday.
We talked about the scariest movies of all time.
Yeah.
Today, we're going to blend real life and the movies together. And there is nothing scarier than that.
Based on a
true story.
Okay.
I want to
okay.
start it off by telling you. So you started yesterday's off with your scariest movie, which was Nightmare on Elm Street. I want to tell you Nightmare on Elm Street is based on a real story.
No,
Did you know that?
Nightmare on Elm Street with
So,
Freddy.
the makers of the movie were inspired by a group of Laotian refugees who died in the throes of a nightmare. There were a whole group of refugees, and they were all having nightmares, and they died.
Where
and
were
the
they?
medical reports said that there was nothing physically wrong with them at all. They died from having nightmares.
How many of them were there?
I don't know. I didn't dive that deep.
Were they refugees in America?
I believe so.
Whoa.
They were from Laos.
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 It's like lice, but plural.
Mm-hmm.
Laos.
Ew, nose itch again.
Stop it.
Can't. Makeup. Anyways, I thought that you would find that super interesting.
That's
Died of having a
creepy.
nightmare.
And I think I'm gonna quit this show now.
No, you don't have to do
I
that.
quit. I'm so scared. I'm scared out of my pants.
But next week will be a whole different,
Oh,
topics.
it's Turkey Week next week.
Really close.
Oh, can we have Turkey Month?
We can, but we can't talk about turkey for a month.
No, but we can have turkey sandwiches every day.
We can have turkey sandwiches.
Okay, back on topic, Ike.
It's fair. It's fair. Did you know that Child's Play, Chucky, the creepy little doll, that was based on?
That can't be a true story.
Let me tell you. The script is based on a nurse who put a voodoo curse on an author, which transformed one of his childhood dolls into a nighttime menace. So basically,
What?
a nurse got really mad at an author, and she put a voodoo curse on one of his dolls, and he started having nightmares that were based around the doll, and that's what the script is based on. Like the guy that wrote it, the author, the screenwriter. Like he was an author before, and then he turned into a screenwriter because of this thing happening to him. He started having nightmares about his doll. So he wrote the screenplay based on that.
Oh, so there wasn't actually just
really
a little person.
What?
There wasn't a little person running around.
No. He wrote it because...
I've told you this story before on this show.
Okay.
That when my neighbor went out of town, my next door neighbor.
Oh, yeah.
He had one of those My Buddies.
Yeah.
My buddy and me.
Ugh.
And they were the exact
like.
same height as the Chucky doll, and it always moved.
Do not like it.
I got one for you.
Tell me.
Hounds of Love, 2016.
Okay, not familiar with it.
This horror film follows the
be.
story of a teen girl who is held hostage by a crazy couple and must plot her escape. Based on the Bernie murders of 1986, Hounds of Love is disturbing enough to warrant a few puppy TikTok breaks while you're watching. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
I don't really understand the ending of that.
Nope,
but,
this is a bad article.
It sounds pretty creepy.
Yeah.
Real creepy. Did you know that Psycho is based on a real story?
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
That could be actually true.
Ed Gein, who was a murderer, a serial killer. It was based upon his crimes and murders that he committed in Wisconsin.
Huh.
Mm-hmm.
Here's one. Henry, Portrait of a Serial Killer.
Oh, yeah.
It's the story of Henry Lee Lucas, who murdered hundreds of people in the 80s. Hundreds.
Okay. How do we not hear? Like, why is it that, like, Charles Manson's name is, like, every day, like, everyone in the world knows it?
Yep.
He didn't kill that many people. Charles Manson, if I'm not mistaken, never actually himself killed anyone.
I think he killed 3.
Okay.
I don't know that to be true.
Okay.
But I think I think he
but
killed
that
3.
guy, like, I've already forgotten his last name. And he killed hundreds of people. How do I not know his, like, name and commonplace?
I think society has shifted, right? We used to kill everybody one at a time and be like,
oh, now we kill giant groups of people.
yeah, we just take
Right.
assault weapons into large crowds of people.
Right.
And then guess what? We don't remember your name either, dude.
No, it's true.
I'm going to go down in history by taking out the most people.
You're not.
We don't remember you,
No.
and you're a loser.
Yep.
Bitch.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Did you know The Conjuring is based on something real?
I did know that. Yes.
That one a lot of people I think know. They know about the Warrens, who are husband and wife. Well, we're a husband and wife team, real life paranormal investigators. And they've written books, they've been on TV shows, lots of things like that. They actually, I believe it was the Warrens did the investigation into the Amityville Horror House, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, have you ever been there?
And disproved it. I have actually, I've taken an Uber and had them drive me by it. There's an arena that we play that is out.
Oh, you went to the real one.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. The one they actually filmed it, that's across the street.
No, I mean the real Amityville house.
Oh, gross. No, thank you.
But you know me, I love this stuff.
Yeah.
It's super intriguing.
Oh.
Because it just doesn't scare me.
I think The Exorcist was based on a true story.
It was.
Yeah.
It was about The Exorcist. The true story, though, is it was a little boy, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. It's always creepier to make it a little girl.
Well, yeah, because, I mean, we're supposed to be all full of sugar and spice, and we're not
Everything
supposed
is.
to be evil.
You ever seen Open Water?
Yeah, I have.
2003?
Yeah.
That's based on a true story.
I believe that. I mean, that is the one where they're stuck in the water and the sharks are
Circling.
over and over until they don't make it anymore.
From a boating accident.
Yeah.
And there's this video that's going viral on Instagram of this guy who ties a rope around the steering wheel of his boat, and then he's only one there. He's filming himself, and he wakeboards behind his empty boat and then gets back on it.
That's a terrible idea.
Super dumb idea.
Like,
super
that
dumb.
is a terrible
Somebody must have been
idea.
like hiding in the boat. There's drone shots. Who's flying the drone? I don't know. But that made me think of that.
Terrible idea.
Oh, wow. Did you know that there was... Oh, never mind. That's very dumb. Sorry.
It's okay. Have you ever seen the movie Ravenous that has Guy Pearce in it?
No, I have not.
It's based on a true story about a cannibal.
Sorry, the thing that I got hung up on was there's a black and white picture of the first Nightmare on Elm Street right here in front of me.
Which is super creepy. Everything's creepier in black and white.
Well, to me, it's not as scary in black and white.
Oh.
And then I was like, oh my God, there's an old school Nightmare on Elm Street.
Well, yeah.
No, this is
no. Like,
this is it.
Yeah, they just made it.
I bet you now as an adult, I could rip that movie apart with my man brain.
I don't know, dude. I did go back and watch the original probably maybe 2 or 3 years ago. It's still pretty fucking scary. Like, there are definitely scenes. Like, I mean, this will not be a spoiler because if you haven't seen it, then fucking whatever.
It's 37 million years old.
Yeah. So Johnny Depp is in the original, and there's a scene where he flies around the room while he's being killed. And, like, you watch it and you're like, that's super stupid. But it's
Johnny
still
Depp
fucking
flies?
creepy. Like, he's, like, his body's, like, flinging up against the ceiling and he's, like, sliding up the wall because he's in a nightmare and he's being dragged by Freddy Krueger.
But when it cuts back out to real life, you don't see Freddy kicking his ass.
No, you just see him like flinging around the room.
And then it cuts back to the nightmare, and you see Freddy. Yeah. Wow, you know how long that would take to film?
To be honest with you, it's still like it doesn't hold up in the production value, but the storyline of a nightmare murderer that kills you when you're asleep, no matter what, is still fucking scary as fuck.
I'm just gonna stay away from.
Yeah, that. I don't think you should do it. I really don't.
Here's something interesting.
Okay.
Jeremy Renner starred in a movie called Dahmer.
Yes.
Jeffrey Dahmer.
He did. Indeed.
They redid it, though.
Wait, they redid Jeremy Renner's version of it?
No. Well, they made another movie about Jeffrey Dahmer like 2 or 3 years ago with one of the guys from R5.
What's R5?
It's a boy band that are boys, and they have a band with their sisters in it. They're on Disney.
Okay. And he was in a horror movie about Jeffrey Dahmer. Mm-hmm. That's very weird. That's very weird to me.
It is.
So in the last episode, we talked about The Strangers being like one of my scariest movies. Did you know that actually is based loosely on the Manson murders?
What?
Home Invasion.
Oh, yeah, gotcha.
Yeah, it's loosely based. So the director of the movie drew inspiration from the way that those people broke into the home, Sharon Tate's home, and the home invasion, like torturing them, and also on a series of events that took place near where he grew up, that some people broke into someone's home and tortured them all night. So yeah, no wonder it's terrifying to me.
You ready to just get creeped out?
Fuck yeah, always.
Dead Ringers, 1988.
I don't remember that.
It's David Cronenberg's. Jeremy Irons plays twin gynecologists.
Okay, Jeremy Irons has always creeped me out to begin with.
Yeah,
so
except for in Man in the Iron Mask with dude, he was really good in that.
Really good in that.
So they play. So is Leonardo DiCaprio.
Gynecologist.
Yeah, and they do messed up things with patients and ultimately die together in the end. Cronenberg adapted the movie from Barry Wood and Jack Geislin's novel Twins.
I don't like that.
Inspired by the lives of actual twin gynecologists Stuart and Cyril Marcus.
I don't like that at all.
New York Times noted that the Marcuses enjoyed trading places to fool their patients, and they ultimately retreated into heavy drug use and utter isolation.
Not one bit of that sounds even remotely okay.
First of all, if you're a twin, you have to work very hard on not being a creep.
Yeah.
Like if you dress alike, you're a weirdo. If you decide to do the same, like, career, you're a weirdo.
Yeah.
And if you get into medicine and then start a practice together,
that's even fucking weirder.
I ain't going to your gyno, bruh.
No.
Like if you found out that your gyno was a twin and they both worked there, would you not go like...
I would not. I don't want any part of that. Yeah. There's just something inherently weird about that.
I'm going to go ahead and say it. This is probably the most sexist thing I'm ever going to say.
Okay.
There shouldn't be any male gynecologists.
You know, I kind of feel the same. And I'm going to tell you, I've never gone to a male. I've always gone to a woman.
What's the point?
I feel like there's just such a wide, open area.
You don't take your Ferrari to a moped repair place.
Right. I feel like there's just so much possibility for something being weird and strange.
That's right.
You know?
Yep.
I'm like, no, I don't think so.
There shouldn't be a woman prostate examiner either.
I'm going to go to a lady doctor.
It should be a men doing prostate exams. It should be women doing gynecological stuff.
And I'm like, you know what? Like, that woman, she's got them same parts. She knows what's going on.
That's right.
No man is ever going to understand that.
And that is the medical journal of Misty and Ike.
It sure is.
The way medical things should be, according to Misty and Ike.
Yep, it sure is. You know what? I'm going to bring up another one that we have kind of chatted about in the past in another episode that I think, to me, falls into horror stories, horror movies. Fire in the Sky.
Ooh, that is scary. Yeah. Alien horror.
Absolutely. Oh, it's a whole nother genre.
What's
Alien
the
horror.
movie?
Zombie horror.
Deep. Nope. There's a movie where like the spaceship is very long and it's got a big nose on it, and then they go way out to this planet and everybody starts going nuts and starts killing each other. There's one guy left. Oh, it's like Deep. It's not Deep Impact.
No.
Oh man, it is so scary because it's like.
It sounds scary.
It's like
because they go crazy in space.
Hack and slash in space, but he's going psychologically crazy. So sometimes.
I know what you're talking about.
Deep.
Are you sure you're not talking about Prometheus?
No, but that's like a.
That's also fucking scary.
It is, but that's a continuation of the Alien movies.
Yeah, yeah. But don't they go crazy in space and all end up like? Doesn't somebody end up going crazy and killing everyone?
I think it's the robot.
I didn't think it's a robot. Maybe. I don't know. I haven't seen it in a really long time.
I mean, it's been a minute. Oh, man. Deep Horizon.
Oh. Is that it? Because I think that could be it, actually. I think you're right.
Event Horizon.
I don't know.
Yep. 1997.
Okay.
I think. Yeah. Dude, if you haven't seen Event Horizon,
I have seen it.
Get ready to get scared. I mean, it's got the fire element in it. It's got the oxygen is leaking out of the thing. It's got the got to get to the other side of the spaceship before this thing does this thing. It's a scary movie. Not based on a true story, though, so we're getting off topic. But should have brought it up yesterday.
What about Annabelle? That goes along with The Conjuring, and that's also based on a true story about a possessed doll.
I don't go anywhere with any of that. As my friend Miami Pete would say, there ain't no cheese down that hole. What an exciting week of Halloween we've had.
I had a lot of fun with these. This was super great.
Yeah.
I mean, I love scary stuff. I'm really glad that you hung in there with me because I know it's not your favorite.
It's not, but my favorite's coming up.
Okay. Oh, turkeys.
No, my birthday.
We already had that.
Yeah. You skipped it.
I didn't.
You're a bad,
I gave you
bad
your
person.
favorite thing on that day.
No, you didn't.
Okay.
I'm going to keep bringing it up every day.
I gave you an episode that was something you really were stoked about that day.
I do like the FBI or whatever.
You said to me when I was a kid, I dreamed of being in the FBI. It was something that I totally wanted to do. I didn't want to be president. I wanted to be in the FBI.
I feel like I'm in a scary movie right now.
Why?
I feel like it's Groundhog's Day meets Misty and Ike ruin the internet.
It is a little creepy in here today.
Let's clean this shit up.
It's also kind of creepy outside. Like it's overcast.
Ooh, let's put up the Christmas tree.
I don't think I'm ready yet.
Okay.
I mean, I'm ready for this fucking year to be over. Don't get me wrong.
Jingle bells, man.
I also don't feel like a lot of people do that as soon as the year's over that all of this ends. We're stuck.
Well, we ain't going there.
We're stuck in a repeating nightmare, folks.
Hey, well, that's the great way to end Halloween week. Because you're in a horror movie. Ha 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 ha.
How are we going to end it this week?
As long as it's not.
Nope.
Oh, I forgot.
Since tomorrow's Halloween.
Trick or treat.
We'll
smell my feet.
You on Monday.
Give me
Christmas.
something good to eat. Yes.
I like yours better.
You want to do it together?
Yeah.
Trick or treat. Smell my feet. Give me something good to eat. If you don't, I don't care. I'll pull down your underwear.
I couldn't even remember it.
Dude, how sexually inappropriate is that right now?
That's one of those things that I'm like, we had no idea what we were saying as kids, did we?
That would make me not give you candy.
Go
Go ahead.
I don't want to get into that.
Pull down my underwear then.
No. In no world ever will I.
You know the second verse?
I don't.
Then I don't either.
You know what? Let's take it out on that.
Pull down your underwear, everybody. We'll see you next week.
Bye.